The former commander of the Papua New Guinea Defence Force, Major General Jerry Singirok, today expressed alarm at the lack of discipline within the two disciplinary forces, the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary and the Papua New Guinea Defence Force. He believes the situation is such that APEC member countries will demand that security operations during the Port Moresby Summit in 2018 are provided by another country. I talked to him today. Major General Jerry Singirok, thank you for coming onto the program.
Thank you, John.
You look good. You look fit. Is that part of that training of the Defence Force?
Yeah, partly, but partly because God takes care of me.
Okay. God takes care of every one of us.
Yes.
That's true. All right, let's talk about security, and it is something that we need to do something ourselves.
Yes.
We've got a lot of international events, major. I mean, APEC being the pinnacle of it all. Security on the ground, security in the country. Are we okay?
Well, firstly, let's define national security. National security is about protecting the people, the resources, our investments, our democratic right, and it's about the state of being of a nation. In simple, it's about protecting our national interest.
Okay. Are we doing that?
Well, the indicators so far is that PNG is lagging behind in relative terms. The indicators are quite alarming. The social conditions of people, the poverty issue of poverty, lack of infrastructure, access to markets, the collapse or breakdown in law and order, the ill discipline of our security forces, so many things. There's a quagmire of security blunders in this country that's of serious concern.
Yes. All right, I want to talk about specifics of our forces, our disciplined forces a little bit later on in the program. But look, 40 years on, where have we gone wrong?
Well, there are a couple of things why we've gone wrong. Firstly, there's lack of political will of series of governments in place. They invested very little in the security forces, building up capacities, looking after men and women. When you don't take care of your troops or your policemen or policewomen, you're bound to experience a breakdown in discipline. One of the biggest issues affecting both security forces is that there's lack of funding allocation, or if there's funding allocated, there's lack of discipline in control of finance.
Yes.
Investing in
know-how in the implementation of
Yes.
whatever they want to do.
Yes.
I don't think they have that.
Yes. So there's a lot of indicators, the fact that there's an absolute breakdown in command and control.
Okay. We'll look at police a little later on. I want to touch on Defence Force first, because you as the former commander of the Defence Force, and I think you have a lot of respect still there. The Defence Force is seen as something, they're more disciplined, if you will, but of recent. They're linked to attacks on citizens, and these are the things that were unheard of many years back. Obviously, during your time, they were non-existent.
Yes.
Where have we gone wrong here?
Well, the current commander, General Toropo, has made it quite clear that he's got zero tolerance for soldiers who take law into their own hands, and there's sufficient incidents that he's made comment on public media about ill discipline by soldiers. So the current commander is quite firm on soldiers taking law into their hands. But my message to soldiers is that their place is in the barracks or out in the field, not terrorizing civilians, and there's not place to terrorize. And I condemn whatever action soldiers are doing. For example, we've heard of an incident where they've robbed a businessman. I mean, I've never heard of that before.
What would you have done if you were commander?
I would have arrested them immediately and locked them up and let both the civil and military take sufficient discipline action against them, and they have to answer for their wrongdoings.
Yeah. Obviously, it saddens you today to see that that's happening.
Yes, I'm quite sad, but let me also add this, the result of a downsizing exercise in 2000, where many soldiers who have been retrenched have not really left the barracks. Therefore, the welfare of soldiers current working, full-time soldiers have been compromised. They don't have good accommodation and uniforms and that. So
Let's get this right. Soldiers who've been retrenched have not left the barracks.
yes,
Does that mean that new recruits have no way to stay?
that's right. That's right. That's a big
Wow.
administrative.
What's the number are we talking about here?
I have no indications of the numbers, but it's over about 1,000 plus.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm talking about all the barracks, Moyne Barracks, Lombrum, Eggins Barracks, and many of them have encroaching or settling in land just outside of military barracks and pursue their demands and what's rightfully theirs. And those are the issues that the government at that time created, and this government is still carrying the burdens of it.
Yes, yes.
We need to release the barracks so that the soldiers are well fed, well looked after, so that they can do their job.
Yes.